Him getting drafted and playing with his dad, I don't want that negativity to come his way because he doesn't deserve it.
Bronny James follows his father's legacy in basketball. From his early days on the court to his recent draft buzz, Bronny's story is full of twists. People expect a lot from him since he is LeBron's son. Out of 78 players, he got invited to the NBA draft combine, and says there's a chance he might join the Lakers to play with his dad, LeBron James. They give it the best odds out of all the teams at 140 plus. People there went crazy when they saw him with a full beard like his dad's. Some folks just love the new look, while most saw it as a sign that he's growing up and getting ready for the NBA. It's pretty cool to see him making this transition. He wants to be known for himself, not just as LeBron James Jr. He's carving out his own path. There's this thing in Chicago. They're saying it's Bronny James, not LeBron James Jr., even though technically that's LeBron's James' son's name. It's like he's making his own identity, you know? The 19-year-old doesn't see it like that. He wants to have his own chance to make his mark in the NBA. If a team picks him on June 27th, it's all about him creating his own path in the league. That was pretty clear when he was at the NBA Combine in Chicago on Tuesday. When he was asked about what he wants NBA executives to know about him, he said, "I'm a genuine person. I've learned a lot from my mom and my dad, but it's also about putting that Bronny James story out there instead of just being known as LeBron James' son." He feels like that's really important for him. Growing up in the shadow of James isn't easy. How can all those accomplishments not make it tough? It's pretty straightforward. You just can't. Nobody can. That's why he's considered one of, if not the greatest player of all time. But Bronny isn't aiming for that level either. At the moment, he just wants to get drafted. It's clear he doesn't have the same size, skill, or athleticism as his dad, even though he did pretty well in some athletic tests at the Combine. It just shows how undeniably great James is, even as he's getting close to turning 40. That's the legacy he's building. There's no denying it. Bronny has all the resources he could need as an athlete to make his NBA dreams come true. So, even though he doesn't want to live in his dad's shadow, he also understands that he wouldn't be here without him. Bronny is recognized for the things you can't always see. His defense, his understanding of the basketball game, and being a great teammate. Those are all important, but they might not be enough to go all the way in the NBA. His freshman season at USC didn't quite meet expectations. He ended up averaging 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in almost 20 minutes per game across 25 games. He didn't shoot very well from the field, 36%, and did even worse from beyond the arc, 26%. But scouts say he'll still get some serious consideration in the draft if he sticks with it. But let's give him some credit. He had a really tough time last summer. On July 24, during a USC practice, Bronny had a cardiac arrest and was in the hospital for 3 days in Los Angeles. He had a procedure to treat a heart defect he was born with. That really didn't make things easy for him starting his first year in college because he had to sit out for 4 months after the incident, and he didn't get cleared to play again until late November. He also mentioned that the idea of his heart failing again has been on his mind, but Bronny, being the humble, introspective, optimistic person that he is, saw the situation in a positive light. He opened up and said that it was such a great thing that happened to him in terms of being grateful for everything and stuff like that. He has put in the work to get back, so he feels like he has earned the opportunity. At the same time, he's also extremely grateful for everything that's been given to him and stuff like that. So, where does he head from here? Bronny has until May 29 to decide if he'll stick with his decision to enter the NBA draft or go back to school. He hasn't made up his mind yet, but he's planning to spend some time alone thinking about where he wants to be and what his heart is telling him to do. But if there's one thing that stands out in the grand scheme of things, it's that he wants to establish himself as Bronny James and move away from just being known as LeBron James' son when it comes to his basketball career. Bronny was just a nickname that he was given when he was younger. Everything that follows his dad, people just try to link him with that and all the greatness he's achieved. He admits that he hasn't done anything yet, so he feels like there needs to be that divide between Bronny and LeBron. James returned to basketball almost 5 months after his cardiac arrest. He made his college debut in December after they said they could treat the problem. After he got cleared to play again, he mentioned that he still worries about everything that could happen, but his love for the game overpowers his fears. The NBA's career-scoring leader, along with his wife and daughter, often watched Bronny's games at Southern California last season. LeBron James has repeatedly mentioned that he would like to team up with his son. The 4-time MVP and 4-time NBA champion just finished his 21st season and could become a free agent if his contract with the Los Angeles Lakers is not renewed. But it was also mentioned after a season-ending loss to Denver that not much thought has been given lately to playing alongside his son. Bronny James is deciding whether to go pro after 1 year in college. He declared for the draft and joined the transfer portal on April 5th. Bronny James was considered one of the top prospects in the country when he chose to stay close to home and committed to USC last May after attending Sierra Canyon School in nearby Chatsworth. But things changed unexpectedly last summer due to his health concerns. He missed the first month of the season and ended up averaging 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in 25 games for the Trojans. Bronny James entered the NBA Draft Combine aiming to show his capabilities, and he succeeded in demonstrating his worth among the 77 other invited players. Despite being projected as a second-round pick, he showcased his skills by leading his team in scoring during the second game of scrimmage play, tallying 13 points, including 2 successful three-pointers in 23 minutes of play. Both his father, LeBron, and his mother, Savannah, were present to support their eldest son as he pursued his NBA dream. With the Lakers holding the 55th pick in the draft, many speculate that they will likely select Bronny. However, following his impressive performance at the Combine, they might need to strategize and trade up in the second round to secure him. LeBron mentioned during All-Star Weekend in February that while he enjoys being part of the Lakers, he remains uncertain about his future and now his career will conclude. The Jazz are interested in having Bronny come in for a workout on his own, according to sources from Yahoo Sports. They might even consider picking him with the 32nd choice in the draft. LeBron might be thinking about setting his son up with a solid team and coach for the future, especially once LeBron himself stops playing. Right now, the Heat have the 15th and 43rd picks in the upcoming draft. If LeBron and Victor Wembanyama teamed up for a season with the San Antonio Spurs, coached by legendary Greg Popovich, it would be so exciting to watch. LeBron has already played for Popovich and Team USA, and having Bronny learn the NBA game from Popovich while playing alongside Wembanyama sounds like a great setup for both players. The Spurs have 2 high draft picks and might focus on getting a top playmaker, but they also have the 35th pick, giving them lots of options. Now, about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Even though they don't have a pick in the second round, they have many future picks and assets. Their general manager, Sam Presti, is known for planning ahead and has built something impressive in Oklahoma City in a short time. LeBron has praised Presti and how he runs the organization before, showing his respect for what they have achieved. We are yet to see how will he become the next legacy in NBA history. What do you think about him as a player? Do share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons.